Let me know when the anime come out. They still revealing content. They're still out there fighting the good fight. They're still out there fighting the good fight. Just like PlayStation. Exclusive from Insider Gaming. Is the PlayStation Pro releasing in 2024? Spoiler, most likely not. Let's see. The latter of 2024 is finally here, and questions have begun to emerge a lot more frequently about the PlayStation 5 Pro's future. Is it still happening? Will the PS5 Pro be released in 2024? When will the console be revealed, etc.? It's not coming in 2024. They would have shown it already, because you got to give people time to like prepare to buy it, save money up, pre-order and shit like that. If it was going to come out this fall, they would have revealed it already this summer. Admittedly, the more recent you could, but that'd be kind of wild to do like a Beyonce album style drop for a console. It's not a game, like it's expensive. Admittedly, the more recent discussions about the PS5 Pro missing its holiday 2024 release has been filled by my own tweet. People understandably took a relatively passive comment as if I was implying the Pro would miss holiday 2024 release or be canceled entirely, but that isn't the case as of the time of this writing. I feel like you can only get away with that when it's like a simple refresh. Like when they add when they go from a 1 to a 2 terabyte, you can do like a random drop on that. But like a whole new powerful console, I feel like you got to give people time, because that's going to be more expensive. Developers can submit their applications supporting the PS5 Pro to Cert Ops on July 30th, a date understood to have been finalized as far back as 18 months ago. In addition, all applications for the PS5 Pro on games that will be released on September 15th will be required that the PS5 Pro this does not mean the PS5 will release on the September 8th. So although not an exact date, the information which was released by PlayStation earlier this week to developers suggests that PS5 Pro is still on track to be released later this year. So as the earliest is basically September is what they're saying, because of these dev kit submissions. Doesn't mean it will, but that's the earliest it could be, I think. That's what it's saying. Scalper's going to get it first anyway. True. Documents sent to me in mid-2023 showed the PlayStation 5 Pro release date, which, if memory serves me correctly, was in the later half of November 2024. Despite the PS4 Pro seemingly being on track, several sources have been apprehensive about the console's release later this year, primarily due to the limited number of first-party games that will use its features. That's another thing, too. Why release a new platform if you don't have anything to take advantage of the power? However, regarding the documentation, nothing implies that the PS5 Pro has been delayed or canceled. Officially, it gotta be quicker than the scalpers. Officially, PlayStation is yet to confirm or acknowledge the existence of the PS5 Pro publicly. Still, developers are working hard behind the scenes on the PS5 Pro development kit, with PS5 Pro testing kits also being distributed this spring. He's just yapping at this point. How would y'all feel if they just dropped the PS5 Pro out of nowhere this November? How would you feel? Would y'all care? Would you cop day one? Or do you want to know ahead of time? Obviously, The Last of Us is going to get another remaster on the PS5 Pro. New features only possible on the PS5 Pro. Now the eyelashes are more fluid. Oh my God. They're going to release the same way they did with the PS4 Pro. Jog my memory. I don't remember how they did with the PS4 Pro. How did they release it? Might trade my day one to sell it to my cousin. I'd suggest keeping your PS5. It'd be worth money one day, probably. I'll wait for the 6. The original console's always going to be worth more money later than I feel like the Pro versions. Like that fat PS3 is worth a lot of money compared to all those slim ones, because it's hard to find. The games don't even look that much different than a couple years ago to warrant a PS5 Pro. What the fuck? Well, to be fair, the reason a lot of games don't look that much different is because of the Xbox Series S, and because a lot of niggas are on PS4 still. Console parity, guys. These platforms really haven't been pushed to their limits because they can't. People refuse to get off the PS4. They refuse to get off of the Xbox One. And the Nintendo Switch is to blame too. There's too many platforms. So that's not really a fair argument. That has more to do with the consumer and not upgrading. Shout out to Dumb the Pum with the sub. Appreciate it. If you want the best visuals, go to PC. If the Pro had noticeable differences, I would consider it. Where's the Spider-Man DLC? Are you really clamoring for Spider-Man? Are y'all really like, oh man, I need that. That Beetle DLC or whatever that shit is. And Unless they release a translucent version, like they did with the 4 Good. You want them N64 consoles? You remember that shit? The translucent or the translucent N64. That's what you want right there? You want that shit to come back? Hey, this was definitely an era right here, though. The popsicle shit. The popsicle consoles. I think I did have one of these hoes. I think I had the regular black translucent, the woke consoles. And you know what's funny? I know you're joking, but I feel like if they did bring back translucent consoles, niggas would call this shit woke. Look at this. They're turning our consoles gay. Every translucent PS5 would come with an exclusive copy of a director's cut of Spider-Man 2, where the first mission is you have to help the gay guy get a date for prom. It's not in the middle of the game anymore. It's the first mission, and it forces you to play it. Stay. The woke are taking over. The woke mind virus. Elon, save us. Elon, save us. Please. I think the funniest thing about niggas calling everything gay is like, y'all dick munch Elon Musk. Is that not gay? As far as I'm concerned, you niggas is all gay. Like a lot of the niggas who talk about the woke mind virus are some of the gayest people on earth. You literally dick munch Elon Musk. Be doing tricks on it and shit. And please don't, and just so you don't take this out of context, I'm not saying I have a problem with gay people. I'm just saying be honest with yourself. You niggas suck dick. Like, but we don't want to talk about that though. We don't want to talk. These niggas, did y'all see the clip? Hold up. The Trump, was it Trump Hulk clip? Hulk Hogan was on at the Republican National Convention, which by the way, I don't know if y'all know the Republican National Convention is in Cleveland. I don't know if y'all know that. Just putting that out there. Just putting that out there. Just putting that out there. Once LeBron left, although it was always there, but there's the number one thing that used to stimulate the Cleveland economy was LeBron James. The number two was the Republican National Committee. Now it's number one. Where's that clip at? I need the clip. I just want to play the damn clip. He said Trump blew him a kiss. I don't want like these full things, these full videos. He said, wait, they have politics up there?
Look out. You know,
like, is this not? And let's get something straight. I don't care whether you left or right. You allowed to be conservative in my chat. I don't give a fuck. Doesn't mean I'm agree with you, but you're allowed to be that. But I'm talking about this behavior right here. This behavior.
And housing is out of control. And the only person who can clean this up is Don Wild on you, brother.
It's fanboy shit. This man bust out his shirt. Where's it at? Oh, this ain't even the clip. Why can't I find a damn clip? Who got the clip of him busting out his shirt for Trump? I'm like, is this not woke by y'all definition? This nigga bust out his titties at a political convention. What does this nigga's nipples have to do with anything? Is that not gay? Like, I'm sorry. There's humor in everything to me. There's humor in everything to me. Who got the clip of this nigga busting out his shirt in a room full of niggas, bro? Like, I think you skipped it. Did he put another shirt on? Oh, he did. Oh, I did. There it is, right there. My fault. You got it. Look at this shit.
Was enough, and I said, let Trumpomania run wild, brother. Let Trumpomania rule again.
This is crazy behavior. We live in a really weird world, man. It's crazy too because there's a certain podcast that likes to use a phrase, clown world. We live in a clown world. But when they say it, they do it in reference to like annoying leftist people. But I'd argue that clown world argument, it applies to everybody. I hate extreme ideologies across the board. Is this not clown world behavior? Yo, we're on the verge of World War III. This country, man. I think I'm getting old. Like, a lot of shit just scares me, man. A lot of shit just scares me. This nigga busting out his shirt at the committee. Bronny James scored 13 points. What the fuck is going on? It's like we're living in a Black Mirror episode, man. What the fuck? Is a Hulk Hogan racist? Of course. He said Bronny. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had to get the joke off. Shout out to Bronny. He's playing better. I'm curious to see if he'll keep it up. Keeping on the woke mind virus. The go woke, go broke people do not like Flintlock. And you know the funny thing about this? This goes to just show you how like racist people are. I've been playing this game. I got like 5 hours on it. It's like a 6 or a 7. I would define it as a Game Pass game. Fun game, but it has some flaws. It's a little buggy. It's a little janky at points, especially the pairing mechanic. But it does some things that I do like. Like you get to gamble with your runes or your XP. You can keep going and it keeps doubling. But if you get hit, you lose it all. I like that. But it's a little rough around the edges. There are things to genuinely critique about this game. But it's getting review bombed, not because of the gameplay, not the merit of its character, because the main character is black, which makes it woke. Flintlock is getting review bombed by racists. Play it. If you got Game Pass, I'll say play it, but I would wait till a price drop if you don't got Game Pass. Flintlock is a game about the main character, Nora Vanek, fighting through hordes of undead with her axe and other melee weapons and a multitude of flintlock guns and some magic courtesy, blah, 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 blah. It's not perfect by any means, I agree. There are performance issues to wade through. On Xbox, it runs fine. I don't know about PC. At times, the gameplay loop gets a bit too repetitive for my taste, but the world is legitimately interesting, I agree, and the combat really does have its moments. Its Steam reviews are currently sitting at a mostly positive and has a 71 Metacritic on a 71 overall Metacritic, which generally means the game might not be great, but it's good. I agree with that. The thing is, the main character is black. The blacks. The DEIs. Cue the most predictable, cowardly keyboard moment, warrior moments in existence. I've had enough of these DEI games. Hard pass. SBI trash. Enjoy losing money for an audience that doesn't exist. What does SBI stand for? Stupid Black Ignorance? Like, what does that stand for? Does anybody know? This is a new acronym for me. Sweet Baby Inc. Oh. These niggas are speaking in code. They are evolving. Sweet Baby Inc. trash. Enjoy losing money for an audience that doesn't exist. It's a new IP. It's going to struggle regardless. I don't understand what the argument you're trying to make there. Sweet Baby Inc. alert. Stay away from this one. Another Sweet Baby Inc. banger. I'm not going to lie. I'm still in that. Sweet Baby Inc. banger. I'll pass. This is a screenshot. You can't pull their Twitter. But I mean, you see Trump right there. As reported by Game Rant, the Xbox reviews for Flintlock are much lower than other platforms, with many users using the game as low as possible rating before complaining about DEI, which stands for niggas, accusing the game of being a Sweet Baby Inc. diversity consulting company, blah, blah. Let's be clear, instantly labeling a game bad because the main character is black, is a black woman, is racist. That's the thing racists do. I'm sure many of the people who like to type Sweet Baby Inc. detected in the Twitter threads don't think they are racist. They're wrong. A game where you hack and slash and shoot zombies in the face with the blah, blah, blah. We get it. I am curious to how many of these people, because we were talking about it earlier, like the FBI has proven that, like, according to the FBI, someone in the chat said Russia's been producing bots to engage in certain conversations. I wonder how many of these are actual bots and how many of them are actual people. Bots trying to flame the fires to, because I mean, what's the name? Abe Lincoln famously said, this country, if it were ever to fall, it'll fall from within. I agree. I think if this country will ever fall, it'll implode. It'll never be an outside source. It'll be us fighting amongst ourselves. That's why I think USA basketball is so great. It's like everybody comes together and just, you know, just bombs the world with American freedom through basketball. We come together, except for Joel Embiid. He's on communist watch. Steve Kerr too. Sad. It's sad. It's sad because, like I said, there's genuine critiques about this game, but all they're focusing on is the person's black. If you would have swapped out the character for a white woman, the game would have still been a 7 out of 10. A white man, it still would have been a 7 out of 10. Funny, makes for fun conversation though. Poking fun at them. DEIs, no blacks, no blacks, no blacks. Get rid of the blacks, BRAQ, blacks. In non-shocking news, Halo, the TV show, Produced by Paramount Plus, the subscription service nobody owns. Unless you got it in a bundle with like your cell phone service or something. But nobody willingly pays for. It's been canceled. Some of you might be surprised. How could the Halo show be canceled? I'm gonna tell you how. It fucking sucks. The first episode was smoke and mirrors. The visuals on it were really good. The action was good. I'm talking about season 1. I didn't watch season 2. It wasn't gonna get a season 2 for me. After that, the rest of the season was ass. And it ended with Master Chief taking his helmet off and losing his virginity. I'm sorry. What does that have to do with fighting the Covenant? What does that have to do with Space Marines shaving the world? What does that have to do with anything? I don't want to watch Master Chief fuck. What the fuck? The fact this shit even got a season 2 is crazy to me. They said, we're going to force feed this shit to you. I sure got Paramount through a phone bundle for free. I know. Ain't no way nobody paid for Paramount Plus. There's no way anybody's paying for BET Plus. Niggas pay for Netflix, Hulu, Amazon. Maybe HBO, but they fucking up. It's not even HBO, it's just Max now. They turned Master Chief into a sex worker. What the fuck? Fuck this show. I'm not reading this article. Oh yeah, YouTube Premium. That shit is lit. Disney Plus. I don't pay for that shit. I use Nomad's account. Yo, shout to Into Knowledge. Master Chief got an OnlyFans. This show was so weird. Yo, what we have to talk about what Microsoft has done and allowed to the Halo franchise. I could argue Halo has more misses than hits now. 343 Industries needs to be fired. For some reason, they keep getting rewarded. They've dropped 3 duds. That's enough. You and I, if we commit 3 crimes, the state, especially in the state of California, I believe, 3 strikes, you're out. You're going to jail for life. 343 Industries, you should go to jail. Metaphorically speaking, I'm just joking. Not literally. Then you came out with this TV show. It bombed not 1, but 2 seasons. So we've got, let's see, what's the bad games? Halo 4, Halo 5, Halo Infinite, Halo Season 1, Halo Season 2. That's 5 different projects. That's bad from Halo. The good Halo games are Halo 1, 2, 3, and Reach. Some of you might argue for ODST. If you want to, I didn't play it, so I can't speak on it. If you want to argue for it, I'll give it to you. That's 5. So Halo 1, 2, 3, Reach, ODST. Okay, so that's 5. Oh my God. Microsoft, we need to have an emergency meeting. Let's count it again. Halo used to be well above 500. Halo used to be the Celtics. Well, no, the Celtics don't count because they had a Mickey Mouse championship, right? Fuck Boston. But we'll give it to it. The Halo used to be the Celtics. Not anymore. You guys are just breaking even 500. I liked Infinite. Okay, nigga, you did. That don't count. We are now 5 bad and 5 good. We're at a very pivotal point for Halo. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Let that shit go. Give it to a new team. Take a break. What's a Mickey Mouse championship mean? It's a joke on Twitter that the Celtics championship was Mickey Mouse because all of the East was injured. So their road to the Eastern Conference Finals was very easy. But then I always argued, to be fair, whoever came out the West, they had to actually push out the West. So they still beat the best team. You know what I'm saying? So it's not fair to call it Mickey, but it's still a funny narrative to run through. They weren't battle tested like the Western team. So some might still argue it was Mickey because the team that came out the West was much more tired compared to the Celtics team. You see what I'm saying? I mean, Luka was injured. True. So that people say the Celtics championship was Mickey. People just hate Boston, and I understand. It's a shitty city. There's nothing to do but drink beer and be racist. The only reason I don't completely shit on Boston is because they gave us New Edition and Bobby Brown. If it wasn't for New Edition and Bobby Brown, I'd say fuck that place forever. But it's a minor fuck, you guys. But yeah, Halo sucks. Anyways, shout out to YG Todoroki with the sub. It's a reference to the bubble being in this land and Lakers won. What? You didn't tell me the bubble shit. Hideki, I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name, dude. Kimaya asked Capcom to let him make Okami 2 and Beautiful Joe 3. The creators of some of the best Capcom games, basically. Creators have a duty to create sequels fans want to see, and I still haven't fulfilled my duty. So if you're a fan of Beautiful Joe 3 or Okami or Beautiful Joe and Okami, it's a possibility. Here's the quote right here. Shout out to Revenge Blake with the gifted subs. Appreciated. Let's see. The story ended midway, so leaving it as is, I feel bad. He reflected. Creators, I think, have a duty to create sequels fans are wanting to see. Although I sound all high and mighty, it's been a while since we moved on from Okami, but I still feel like I haven't fulfilled my duty. So Capcom, please let us do it together. Capcom is making money too with Street Fighter 6. Let them make it. Y'all can experiment. He went on to add, please, as she's worked with Kamaya as an artist on Okami. First accredited game role joining Capcom at age 19. This isn't the first time the two have discussed making a sequel. They even recorded a video in 2019 declaring that Okami is going to be back. Though the confident declaration apparently wasn't enough to get Capcom on board. Maybe this time, with freshly unemployed, there's a chance it'll happen. I feel like if they make an Okami 2, it still won't succeed. Beautiful Joe, maybe. Because it has like that cool factor. I feel like the problem with Okami is it's a good game, but it's so artsy and different. A lot of like casual gamers probably won't give it a chance the same way. Because think about it back then, right? Back then when Okami came out, it was just our hardcore gamers really playing games. Now it's mostly casual people who don't buy it. Because remember, 60% don't buy new games. I feel like the press would love it, but like it'd be one of those games that reviews well, but it doesn't sell well. I feel like Beautiful Joe has a better chance. The conversation between the two is playful, but does seem sincere. They added that he felt the same way about this comic book thing, Beat 'em Up Beautiful Joe, which did get a sequel, but apparently left some things unresolved. While a recent Capcom fan survey saw plenty of people asking for an Okami sequel, they joked that Beautiful Joe didn't even get a mention. It's only because 8 people have played Beautiful Joe, he said. The game also ended midway, so I need to finish it. The survey that Capcom did last time didn't have Beautiful Joe as an option, so I sent a response saying, let me make a Beautiful Joe sequel. I don't agree with that. Anytime anybody brings up Beautiful Joe, people love that game. It's a cult classic. It didn't sell well, maybe, but it's definitely a cult. People, anytime, I've never heard anybody say Beautiful Joe's a bad game. People love that shit. Imagine a live service Beautiful Joe. Let's not. How would that even work? You gotta pay for a purple, a yellow, a blue skin, $5. No, thank you. No, thank you. Beautiful Joe 99. It's a BR. So for fans of those games, it's a hood classic. There is hope. It's still in the back of their minds. Maybe with the success, of Monster Hunter and Street Fighter, because Capcom and Resident Evil, Capcom's been on a win streak. Maybe because they're printing money. Maybe there's a chance they have some wiggle room to experiment with some other games. Flintlock Siege of Dawn is proving gamers don't want to play new games. They deserve this live service hellscape. Yeah, I think that's crazy. I think, it's especially crazy, that statistic about 60% of gamers not playing new games. A lot of y'all claim y'all got Game Pass, but then y'all don't even play the games. Y'all just subscribing to Game Pass? Paying $120 a year to play nothing. That's crazy. Like, I understand it's a 7 out of 10, but it's free. Y'all not even playing what the fuck you paying for. That shit is crazy. And for bad Mortal Kombat news, Evo's this weekend. It's really bad. First, Mortal Kombat 1 launched in a terrible state. The online was damn near unplayable. The few matches you could get online, it would just lag. It was full of racist people. There's no private lobby still to this day. Nobody likes the cameo system. And then on top of that, Evo's this weekend. Apparently only 8 people signed up. Apparently only 8 people signed up for Mortal Kombat 1 at Evo. So if you signed up, you can be in the top 8 of the world. And to make matters worse, Mortal Kombat, the mobile game, is shutting down. They just can't catch a win. Jokes aside, it sucks to see people lose their jobs. Never a good thing. We hate to see that. We always want to see people get money. But Mortal Kombat is in a rough spot, man. It's in a rough spot. I will admit I'm a casual as fuck. I usually only play a lot. My old 360 games. I just got the Mass Effect remaster. I respect people that be like, there's nothing wrong with being a casual. I always say that shit. I feel like that gets lost in translation. There's nothing wrong with being a casual. People have responsibilities. A lot of these games are long as fuck. I get it. Got family, school, work. You might just be tired. My issue has always been like the FOMO aspect of it. Like, why do people feel needed to give such strong opinions? Like, where do the strong opinions on X, Y, and Z come from things you don't play? And then more importantly, does that aspect of your personality bleed into other aspects of life? Because think about it. Look at how many people come in the chat and tell me how to play a game that they've never played. Do you do that when it comes to voting? Are you even informed on who your local congressmen are? Like that, to me, that's the concerning aspect of it. I can take that and apply it to other, like, nigga, are you just yapping? Because we're just talking about video games. What else are you doing this in? Stay woke. The woke mind virus. It's crazy because as a kid, I remember wanting to play so much, but I can't afford to. The trap of being an adult is when you're a kid, you look forward to being an adult because you can afford more games. But then when you become an adult, you can afford more games, but then you don't have the time to play them.